Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are watching the 2021 supernatural horror film called Antlers. In the small town of Tisbus Falls in central Oregon, Frank Weaver runs in a meth lab out of an abandoned mine while his young son Aiden waits outside in his truck. Frank and an accomplice are attacked by an unseen creature. Aiden is also attacked, but they survive their encounter with the creature and return home, where their condition worsens. Frank sets up a locked room and demands that no matter what, Aiden's older brother, Lutus, keep them locked inside. 3 weeks later, Lutus spends time roaming in the town, collecting roadkill and killing small animals before taking them home. Lutus's teacher, Julia Meadows, is alarmed by his strange behavior and frightening drawings, and attempts to bond with the troubled boy. She begins to suspect that Lutus is being abused and becomes determined to help him. Spurred, spurred by her own experience of childhood abuse at the hands of her mentally ill alcoholic father. Since her father's recent suicide, she returned to Cypress Falls to be with her brother Paul, who is the local sheriff, and whom she feels guilty about abandoning when she was younger. Julia visits the rundown home and hears strange noise. How the remains of Frank's accomplice are found in the woods by the former sheriff Warren Stokes. Lucas is keeping his sickly and now ravenous father and brother locked up and feeding them with the animal carcasses he retrieves. Julia pressures the school principal Ellen into paying Frank a visit. Paul and Warren discover the other part of Frank's accomplice in the mine along with a part of Ansler. Ellen discovers the room where Frank and Aiden are locked up, which she unlocks and enters. Frank kills Ellen before Antlers bursts out of his body. Frank, now transformed into a savage horned creature, kills Lutus's school bully Clint Owens when Lutus is harassed by the boy. A terrified Lutus flees to his home, where he discovers his father and brother gone. Ellen is reported missing and Juliet visits the Weaver house, where she finds Ellen's car. The police arrive and discover Ellen's body along with Frank's, which is now a charred husk. Aiden is nowhere to be found. Lucas is taken to the hospital where Julia and Paul are told he was abused. Julia decides to get Lucas to stay with her. The next day, while Lucas recovers in the hospital, Julia and Paul pay Warren a visit and show him Lucas' drawing. Warren identifies the figure as Wendigo, a legendary Algonquin creature that appears as a ravenous cannibalistic creature and jumps from person to person. It can only kill when it is weakest as it is feeding. Clint's body is discovered that night. Lucas is discharged and learns that Frank is dead. He tells Julia that Frank is coming for him to take him down to the mine to be with Aiden. The transformed Frank uses Aiden to lure Paul's fellow sheriff Dan out to kill him. Julia and Lucas hide while Paul is badly wounded. Lucas escapes to the mine and Julia and Paul follow, armed with a pistol. Inside, Julia discovers Lucas and Aiden and sees that Frank has indeed become a Wendigo, thoroughly feasting on a dead black bear. After a vicious fight, she kills the Wendigo, possesses Frank with Luther's help. The Wendigo spirit passes into Aiden, and Julia stabs Aiden to death, seemingly ending the curse. Sometime later, Paul and Julia discuss keeping Lucius with them for a while. Despite concerns he may become possessed as well. As Julia and Lucius leave, Paul begins to cough up a black bile, as Frank had been first possessed by the Wendigo.
A man in the woods today.
Part of the man?
I guess the other half was found in the mine. All this has got to be an animal, right?